I get there quick enough. I am a couple of minutes late, but I know that it lasts up to 15 minutes. So maybe I can get there quick enough. I won't be on the first boat because that will have already gone. Come on, go. Registered aboard. I made it in time. And it's Krill, Krill, Rags. So we'll swap to Krill to be ready. We're ready for more fishing because I've still got to collect up more mogstones. Like 100 or 200-ish. Munch, munch, carrot. Still got the level 5 fishing quest to do on my level 78 fisher. It's very funny. Like, oh no, how will I ever do the level 5 quest? Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Oh, I do have some boots that are slightly better. Let's equip those. And then re-glamour plate over the top. And so I'm wearing a level 1 gathering shirt, a level 35 gathering gloves, level 40 gathering trousers, level 48 gathering shoes, and level 31 crafting and gathering headgear. Ready to fish. Swish, swish, swish. Fishing time. Time for the lake boat. Ragworm for jellyfish. In that case, I'll grab some ragworm. Try and catch jellyfish with them. Oh, like that, I suppose. I mean, it's paying off. Nope, there's the one. Is it still going to catch it? Oh, just. once again we need to get 34 weak bites. But now that we've got the snagging turned off, catching weak bites is a little bit easier. We're getting there, just 3 more jellyfish to do. And then we can swap to krill. Oh, I'm getting a load of sunflies. Which I guess are still weak bites, so that's something. I just want my weak bites to be jellyfish. Oh, wait, I got a 3-star. What was the 3-star fish? Was it the mouth? I guess it was the mouthful butterfly. Oh, come on, one more jellyfish. Give me one more jellyfish. Did the little song help? Melted jellyfish, but it was a 3-star fish. I've won 2 out of my 5 3-star fish and we haven't even had a spectral. Is this one a jellyfish? No. Come on. Give me one last jellyfish. Or possibly a crab. Please. Thank you. This is unlikely to be a jellyfish. No. Some more. There we go. And now we're on krill. Now we caught all the jellyfish. One. No, not that. I didn't chum quick enough. Couple of people still fishing. Mr. Lanasia. Yeah, I did. Oh, I meant to use the different one. Whoops. Oh, there's the spectre. I just used the patience anyway. I threw my fishing rod out just before the spectral pot, so kind of sat there not catching stuff for the first little bit. It's kind of annoying. There we go, now we can catch them. Still got a 3-star octopus there. There we go. All the 3 stars done. Now I just need 14 more wheat bites. Large shark. Probably 7 more weak bites. A random ferocious bite, not sure why. Tarnished shark. So 6 more weak bites needed in the last zone. Which should be doable. Krill for crabs, ragworms for spectral, and 1 weak bites. So ragworms always for weak bites then. This is something where I'm just like, I just go off what the website says. I don't actually know the actual ins and outs of it all. But if ragworms are always for catching the weak bites, then I need to keep a note of that. Just fishing in the snow. Lovely snowy weather. How can he see that there's dolphins around? And why am I catching one of these dolphins? Spectral sea bow. Spectrals, I want to catch weak bites. Weak bites is what I need. I can get the dolphins and seagulls. Look at that, dolphins and seagulls and snow. And here I am catching spectral sea bows instead. Yeah. right, that's the one that catches me the same time. I'm almost a level 80 fisher. Kind of crazy. I'm like, it took me a long time in the story to reach level 80 on my main character. And yet ocean fishing, I've done it for like a week. And I've gone on to 80. Though I suppose when you're not doing the story, you just like grind dungeons, levelling up would be too difficult. Like if I was doing all my dailies, I would be levelling up a lot. But I haven't been. Oh, our last week, right? It is, we did it, that's all up there. Amazing. We managed all our voyage missions and we're almost at 5,000. Well, we're actually still a long way off 5,000. Now go back to port. Managed all my voyage quests. I've still got over 100 of each of those, so that's all good. We had a tiny Tombury on board. Oh no! Some of us could have got stabbed. Good thing that Tombury was just fishing. Plus 70%. 371,987 experience. Nice. Now back to the story. Oh, first selling fish. Got to make sure that I always sell all the stuff that I acquired. Okay, now back to the story. I'm Dragonhead. We can jump back into it. So we just had the cutscene of Iceheart lowering the barrier around Ishgard so that the Dravanians could attack. It seems I was swifter than... It seems I was swifter taken. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. I mean, yes, you got here quicker than me. I went fishing for half an hour. The murmurings around camp tell you of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Dragons are attacking. I feel that what we're going to find there is dragons are attacking. Is this going to be the Steps of Faith dungeon, or are we just going to chat about it for a bit? Because I want to say that I'm getting close to Heaven's Ward. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards, if our first line of defence can be so easily shattered. Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. We need not fret overmuch. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Oh, dearie me. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. 'Twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been some trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you've learned of the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you. Yeah? Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Rochefort will know where Sir Emmerich means to receive us. Yep, he will. Snooze my way over to Dragonhead. Bonk. I wasn't sleeping. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could lead us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat with you in the intercessory. As previously. I'm going to keep jumping over that strategy table. It's well placed within the room, which just so happens that it's right in the way of where I need to walk the most. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yep. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologise for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Estinian! What a guy. he's just... Oh no, there we go. There we go. I thought Hiroshifon was Estinian there for a second. I was like, wait, he's just a regular guy. And it's like, nope. This is Estinian. The Blue Dragoon? Azure Dragoon, that's the one. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer to whom they spoke? I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg? One of the 7 great worms? His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the heroed Holdrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Coerthas since Ishgard's founding. Aye. Many of the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Holdrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be reunited with Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But, though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde who an entire company of knights would labour to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though the endless march of years these dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perceptions of time, and it is essentially true that and it is especially true of the great worm. They who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defences, and now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You've described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candour. Why such sensitive information with us? Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plainly. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow when Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Coerthas would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans arrive, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Coerthas. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon to the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danifan's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Yep. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, This desperate endeavour will at least provide us an opportunity to become the sister states of Eorzea to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. Committed to the cause. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the Antecedent. There's still so much that needs doing. Good crunchy carrot. Yep, almost went through the wrong exit.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Hey, I'm going to walk much
For
further to
those
the
we
end
have
than you
lost,
will.
for those we can yet save.
In fact, one of the expansions is called
Then it
Endwater.
is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
So I will definitely be walking to the end with whoever wants to come along. We are looking suspicious at the others. Volunteer Dragon Slayers. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Coerthas. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slathborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. Yep. Hi, Tataru. We are rather close to Querthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defences and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for every eventuality. Let's go, Tegan. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn. A good receptionist is prepared for any eventuality. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Coerthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favour. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I'm certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf. and you may try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Ishgardian Warfront wants you. No? Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Reasonable. Oh, Ariel. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess. But that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilred was there with the Fourth that day. And I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Nope. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilred stopped turning up for duty, then black market weapons went missing from our vault in Uldar. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilred's a fresh-faced novice, bleeding whelp among wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then this is just between you and me, mind, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilred. Any road, you got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, Tegan. Yep, Riol can look after himself. And I can look after myself. Ish. Yep. So, Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I've pledged myself to guard Revenant's Toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do. I mean, fighting on the front lines of Ishgard would be protecting Revenant's Toll in a way, kind of, I guess. Volunteer my services in the defence of Ishgard? Think not. Dragons claimed the lives of every one of my brothers, and I do not mean to offer them mine. It was to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Sell my blade to the Ishgardians? Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody orc, he did. Still, I put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. So we got 2 no's, 1 yes, and 1 maybe, depending on how much money it is. There you are, Tegan. So, did you sway any hearts? 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's tall veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphino. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Uldar to discuss Isgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Uldar, or you'll be late. Alphino said that he would meet you at the Royal Promenade. Better make my way to Uldar, or teleport right there. Hi, Alphino. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with the negotiations 1 leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we? Are we just interrupting a meeting? No, okay, they do actually want us there.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Uldar has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but 2 of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard, not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
Yeah.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes, the free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest.
Yeah.
If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Like her stance makes sense.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Because she hasn't told him that she's stepping down. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you've been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with a little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Rochefort and Sir Amric to their fate. You must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our role as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? And the assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit would join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descent upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Tegan, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defences at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marshallane at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Steps of Faith! Steps of Faith! I'm still munching carrot. Yum, yum, yum. You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent. Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Duranian skirmishing parties are harrying positions along the central highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once the advanced skirmishers are slain. Whee! Flying over here to kill some dragons. Punk. Oh, they fly all the way across to the other side. Always get this stuff. It's steps of faith, and we have a little bit more to do. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Geranian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. What's your faith? Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafan's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? The Scions of the Seventh Dawn? We could not well stand idly by while the horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do so would go against all Master Louis has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent to divide into 2 groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Right. If the dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. Stand against the horde! Or be part of the horde. I trust you are ready then. Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. That's a big dragon. That's a big dragon. Defense level 1. Claim victory this day, or Ishgard falls. Accept fury into your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. But this used to be a dungeon. Or a trial? Kind of a dungeon.
Let's finish this quickly, shall we?
I shall make it quick.
fair. To me!
There we go. It used to be this. The little things underneath it.
No holding back! This one'll sting.
Folly.
Fighting a massive dragon. Oh, sleepy brain. Jeez, guys. Yeah, cheese for the last hit. The dragon is attacking. Eat the cheese. No. Yeah. I ate the cheese and saved Ishgard. Dragons, they're withdrawing. Victory is ours. Ooh. Little Anna following a skirt and an open jacket and wearing a little heart on her cheek. one of Nidhogg's greatest champions slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of Nidhogg? Why did he not join your minion? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of the great worm Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Whoosh! He did jump! He did the Dragoon jump ability. Where you just fly upwards and it's like, oh, they're gone. Tegan, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce. But my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Commander Levior, Tegan, true to your words, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. Note that he wasn't there in the fighting. Oh, he was fighting elsewhere, but you have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognise the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but, step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. It is a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savour the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilber back to Uldar, and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll, and share your tale with Minfilia in person. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. Yep. As I fly past. golden wreckage. Very cool. I do like having that little bitey platypus come in and slide around. Tegan, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege and, of course, of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Tegan. Thank you. Quick tongue is the spell speed one. Broken Bridges achievement unlocked. Administrative decision. You must be weary, Tegan. I am very much so. And now may very well be your only chance to... Antecedent! Hello. A messenger from Aldar arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Uldar in honour of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognised for our part in lifting the siege. You for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons as for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an organisation would present a fine opportunity. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press the Ishgards returned to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moonbreeder, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tartaru, if you would do me the favour of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. curious. I have never known Tartaru to sigh at such a request. Could aught be amiss? Oh, is this the bit where I do a random Tartaru side mission for no reason? Like, I had a feeling there was a chunk, but I was like, I don't even remember what it is. Like, isn't there a bit where you go fishing with her? She's not here. Gone to gather the scions, I suspect. Tartaru is conspicuous by her absence. Tartaru? I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Oh, the rest of the scions are literally right there. Gather the rest of the scions. They're all outside. Gather them yourself. Like, Minfilia cannot step 2 steps. She must get other people to do everything. Up the hill somewhere. Hi. Oh, Tegan, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. Ah. You always know what to say, Tegan. I'm glad we had this little chat. I'm pretty sure I didn't say anything. That sure is a mount. Big wheel. A neon big wheel. Yes, Tartaru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Tegan made me realise that there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you have certainly earned a rest, but I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Horibalder and Colternet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors. And so it seems only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself, and others more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Right, it's this one. Eee. Whoa there. That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. I've never seen Miss Tartaru so determined. Has aught befell with which I might help, antecedent? Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me? Oh, yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol, and I fear we can't properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request another adventurer, of a capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party. Very well. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. My thanks, antecedent. I take my leave of you. I'm right here. Although guard duty sounds kind of boring. Thank gods for fun. And fish. Where we are needed, an unexpected ambition. The power to defend oneself. Tartaru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Oriangia mentioning that she has developed an interest in Arcanima? Perhaps she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanists Guild in Limsa. Yes, that would be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concerns for her safety. I'll pick up the other one as well. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Horibolda with a capable adventurer? Well, I'm sorry to say that I have yet to be unable to do so. Now, I realise that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a woman of your talents. But I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Generous to a fault, I thank you, Tegan. Now, it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Horibolda and Coltonet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly are a pillar of strength, Tegan. Horibolda will share you with details of your task. He should be awaiting outside. Be safe. I don't want to go outside yet. I want to go to Limsa. To meet Tartaru in the Arcanists Guild. The Tartaru questline is more important, but not more important than fishing when that starts soon. So it looks like these are the quests that we're going to properly pick up next stream, which is tomorrow. So that's all good. But every time I think I'm getting close to the end of the post A Realm Reborn story, another thing happens, and I'm like, right, I forgot this was a thing. Guess we keep going. There is just so much. And that's not to say that there's even like all the side story. This is just main story and fishing that I'm doing at the moment. Like there's so many side story bits. Like there's dungeons that I just haven't unlocked. There's all the allied societies. There's like different classes and things like the Blue Mage and stuff. There's a load of things that I just haven't even touched. Haven't even scraped the surface of the game. Oh, she's downstairs. Whee! Down the stairs. There we go. Oh, I did not go through there. Hi, Tartaru. Tegan, what are you doing here? I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tartaru Taru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, at Mistress the Burgium's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. Yeah, but I'm going to come and help. Like, I really undermine Tartaru's adventuring career. So she's like, I'm going to become an Arcanist. And I'm like, but I'm going to check on you. And she's like, I've been set a specific task. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go help. Greetings and welcome to the Arcanists Guild. Do you require assistance? So you're an acquaintance of our newest member? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I fear young Tartaru may not be ideally suited for the study of Arcanima. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial. A simulated inspection of 3 crates. A simple task, some might say, but one all Arcanists are expected to complete. A thought occurred to me. Why not supervise Tartaru's training? You are clearly an accomplished adventurer, and given your relationship to with the girl, you seem an ideal person to have on hand. Her trial will be conducted at the cliffs south of Zephyrgate. You need only observe from a distance. I will do that. Zephyrgate. Almost fishing time. Where's my observation point? Down there. Raza sees a pirate's port, where she met her shining jewel, for to bring the smuggler's plans to naught, came the lass whom none could fool. Beat 'em with a backdraft, gut 'em with a gust, deck 'em with a downburst. Go, Carbuncle, go! That kind of worked. Are those crates I spy? Ah, and this must be the true test. But we're ready for 'em, aren't we, Carbuncle? I do like her being like, I'm going to become a professional bodyguard with my little friend here. I just wanted the friend. Carbuncle? Oh no! The Carbuncle ran away. Where's it even going? Wow. Ah! Come back, Carbuncle! Come back! Nope. He's gone. Hi, Tartaru, I just hit you with a bed. I should have known you'd come, Tegan. You needn't say a word, your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thurbergium of my intentions to withdraw from the guild. Arcanima, like so much else, is beyond me. No. Poor Tataru. He just kind of can't manage it. Back to the Arcanist's Guild, I guess. Ah, back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist? Abysmally, Mr. Stairbrigham. Abysmally. As Tegan will testify, I was wrong to become an Arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? Definitely. You are too kind, Mr. Stairbrigham. Though I could not overcome this challenge. I shall take your word to heart and try not to be discouraged. Exactly. Don't lose hope. I'll be back to chat with you in a second, Tartaru. It's fishing time. Which is the ocean fishing this time? Krill. Krill plump. Ready to fish. Ready to fish. Woo! Fishing time. The Endeavour. That went weird. Oh, I need sharks and ferocious bites, so I probably should turn snagging back on. So, we're going to do this fishing. Then I think I'm going to call the stream there. Because while I could carry on a little bit longer, I'm incredibly hungry and very tired. So I would probably be nodding off while streaming, which is not very good. I know I've already been doing it, but I would rather not be doing it. And so if I can rest up a little bit and then do better at not falling asleep during tomorrow's stream, then hopefully we would get to Heaven's Ward. And my brain's not even fully functioning. We would get to Heaven's Ward quicker, which would be good. Because that is still our aim. We aim to get to Heaven's Ward, even though we are spending a lot of time fishing as of late. Because there is the importance of getting these Phantasmagoria Mockstones, because we want to get all of the minions and mounts. And while we've got some of them, we still need 200 more Mockstones. So there's going to be a lot of off-screen fishing. But if I can hit 80 right now, then that would be very fun. I'm 3 out of 5 sharks already. I've already caught all my 3 stars, obviously Spectral Current just does that. And I've got one more shark, and I might try identity. Or identify it. That's not sea fish. That's not a shark, sorry. Come on, catch me a shark. Shark? Nope. Come on, shark. Can I identicast off the end of a spectral current? No, no I can't. A shame. I thought that would have been quite fun. I still need 13 ferocious bites as well. I guess that would require me to do a bunch of mooching. Always get ferocious bites, probably. I can catch a large fish that I can mooch into. And I can use those to get ferocious bites. Level 80. Enhanced GP regeneration 2. Oh, that's very useful. look how quick it's picking up now. Look at it go! Oh, I probably didn't need to do that. I just used a patience with like 15 seconds left. But I'm going to catch this fish with patience really well. Ooh, that almost is where I was stood. Oh no, the other Lalafell's gone missing. They fell off. I definitely didn't push them, don't question it. Nothing suspicious. Yeah, it is more krill. Getting ferocious bites when I don't have good equipment is a hindrance, it seems. I mean, it makes sense. It is kind of what I was expecting when I was like, I'm just going to keep using the level 1 fishing rod all the way to the 100. It makes sense that I can't catch the bigger fish because I don't have the gathering. It's whether or not I can catch 2 more sharks, that's the real question. I should be able to, because we're just in zone 2. Ooh, so I can get ferocious bites, they're just very rare. And I don't know whether I can actually catch it. I did. Ooh, it's a spectral discus. Very cool. So I got 1. I need another 12. Oh. Two. jump off screen. Mooch. I don't know if I'll manage to catch this one. But it does seem that mooching is the way to get the ferocious bites. Oh, more dolphins. I'm actually not doing too bad now, thanks to these dolphins coming round. They're bringing up the bigger fish. Oh, it got away. Is this going to be a moochable fish? Nope. Jellyfish not moochable. Ah. Eesh. 5 out of 13 is something. I still need 2 more sharks. But it's not doing terribly. Oh, that would have been moochable. Large ghoul barracuda was the one I mooched last time. Okay. This bowl is wide enough that I can run sideways on it, technically. Very funny. It's also getting very dark. If I wasn't near the end of the stream, I would have to stop now to put my lights on. But we should be fine. Ah, outside Uldar again. But nighttime this time. Swap to worms. And fish away. Fish, fishy, fish. Okay, I need 2 more sharks and 8 more ferocious bites. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if I will be able to do it. but we can try. No mooch. Oh, there's the spectral. I don't know if I'll get any ferocious bites in here, but I might get sharks. I doubt any of them are moochable, I think. Swap the tail. I have more luck. Oh, if I remove my option, even getting strong bites. Later on, always good. Oh, it's too strong for that. Well, I didn't manage to catch another shark. I didn't manage to get any more ferocious hearts after the last section. So it looks like I'm not going to be completing those. Well, given that we are rolling up on the last section of the fishing, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow, similar time as I was today, or hopefully same time I was today, maybe a little bit earlier if I can, for a similar length, most likely. I've kind of swapped because more recently I've been doing 12 till 6 streams, whereas I used to do 2 till 8 or 2 till 10. But I thought moving it forward a little bit makes it a bit better on the weekdays, because there seems to be a spike in... I had a look at the analytics for Final Fantasy in Twitch, and decided that by moving it forwards a little bit, I hit a bit more of that. Hopefully, maybe, I'm not fully sure. But also that I can just have a bit better day. I don't really, sorry, my brain zoned out there. Yeah, that I hit the analytics a little bit better, and that I can potentially I don't know, bring in more people because of that. But it also gives me more time at the end of the day, once I finish my stream, to kind of edit videos and that sort of thing as well, which makes it better for me personally to just kind of do my streaming stuff. Exactly. So yeah. I will be back tomorrow. I hope you've all enjoyed. We will continue with more story and more fishing tomorrow. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.